Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Mega Man X3. Well, another solo Let's Play, and yes. Okay, so I ran another little poll thingy, and I can't that poll. So where I was asking which of the different Mega Man X games people wanted to see me Let's Play, because last year the Mega Man X Legacy Collection came out. Cool thing for me, because it allowed me to play for the first time the Mega Man X games that were on the PlayStation. And so, yes, I'm playing this actually on the Xbox One. I do have this game on the Wii U, and people might remember that I even made a little review video of this on my main channel a couple of years ago. So, on the poll, I was asking which Mega Man X games people wanted to see me Let's Play, and this one won the poll. Funny enough, here's friggin' Mac, just this rando turncoat who just shot X. And sorry I'm not reading the dialogue right now. I might do that for some of the other cutscenes, but I had to start this kind of maybe a little rushed, because of course, because I'm recording this on the friggin' Xbox One. I can only record 10 minutes at a time, and that means there might be a slightly more jump cuts than you might be used to. Now we're playing a Zero, and I hate that I talked over that opening part, because that intro stage theme when you're playing as X, that's one of my favorite pieces of Mega Man music. I highly recommend just checking it out and listening to it appropriately. It's just really, really good. And this might be the only one of the SNES Mega Man X intro levels that I actually like. It's very, very easy. And Mac, easy boss fight there. He didn't even get a shot in. And it's already, you can probably tell that I played this game a lot, because like I said, this is my second favorite of the X games on the SNES. Of the ones on the PlayStation 1, you know, number 4 and 5 are my favorites, and 6 is, oh my god, that might actually be one of the worst Mega Man games. One of the worst games that's ever been made, actually. And I'm not exaggerating. That's not an exaggeration. I genuinely hate that game. And now we're already at this, the robot Lemmy Kilmister, pretty much. Wow. Does not compute, apparently, that you are not hitting anything. Alright. So this game, I think, well, nowadays I think this game is fairly well known, but there used to be a time, I think, where this was maybe slightly underrated amongst the Mega Man X games, and yeah, this is my second favorite. I really don't care for X2 either, but it's not awful or anything. It's just that I just don't really like it that much. And this one I do, but this is not beginner friendly. And now, at this point, you probably can tell that we're recording this on the Xbox, because it allowed me to save, so you don't have to write down the passwords. Do work, I think, or they should. I did run into a problem with the other Legacy Collection. This is actually one of my favorite stage select themes of all time. This is really cool. So, yeah, and this game has an awesome soundtrack, but it is really hard, and one of the big problems is that it has, the enemy spawn rates in this are pretty ridiculous. And also, this is the only one of these games that I actually played on a Super Nintendo. I never played the first or the second one on the Super Nintendo. And later on, I played them mostly on emulators. Now, of course, with the Legacy Collection, yeah, this is a collection worth having, both versions. And because I actually like the PlayStation 2 Mega Man X games as well, both X7 and X8. Yes, I like X7. I know some people think will think quite a lot less of me for having admitted that. Alright, so there you saw a little jump cut. And we're gonna go into Blizzard Buffalo's level first, because this is the easiest level to... well, I say that, but of course, that may not be accurate for most people. This is the easiest level for me, and also this is the level where you have the air dash, so that's why we're going here. You don't actually need too many of the parts in order to beat the final boss in this, which I always consider to be a good sign for a Mega Man X game, because honestly, you know, some people probably like all the secrets and shit, and you know, but I've never been about that. Like I prefer, you know, my Mega Man games to be kind of, you know, fast-paced and, you know, yeah. So, oh yeah, and we actually get one of the sub-tanks here. And that's one of the things about this game in particular, which I think, because now, you see, case in point, that's exactly what I was talking about. You only have to scroll out off the screen just for a second there, and immediately the enemy comes back. So that's one of the big reasons this game is really hard for beginners, especially. Oh yeah, that's actually a thing. That's a thing I only recently discovered was even a thing in these early Mega Man X games. So actually, that's a little bit of an inaccuracy that I said in my review, that there's actually some levels that are impossible to complete without the air dash. But I did not know that you can actually affect the strength of the wall kick by pressing down the dash button. By the way, I always put the dash button on one of the shoulder buttons on the left side, because it's much easier to press it when it's its own separate button. And there's a sub-tank, you probably saw it up there, but I'm gonna get the air dash first, then I'm gonna come back for that. So I'm probably making this look way easier than it actually is, because I've played this game so much. And here's a light capsule. Enter this capsule X. Take this leg upgrade. The upgrade will enhance your mobility in the air. You will be able to dash left, right, or even straight up into the air. Yes, the up the up air dash, the most useless Mega Man power up in any game. Well, there is one boss fight. It's Bite. I think in the Bite boss fight, like the up, you have to use the up dash, or else. But it's more like a panicky thing for me, like. That energy shit there won't do me any good yet, so, ugh. Oh, what hit me? Oh, that's snowfall. The snowfall is a little inconvenient because it hides it. I honestly can't tell some of the projectiles where they're coming from. Oh, that guy. But yeah, I love this game. I love the soundtrack. This actually doesn't have such a rockish sound, this Blizzard Buffalo level, but the rest of the level themes are excellent. I love them. Every single one of them. Yeah, I can't even really think of a bad song of this. The songs of the background themes in the Mega Man X2 are just they're kind of just whatever. And I started dissing the friggin' up dash, and here I am using it. Oh, except he hit me. That's not good. Ooh, nope. Nope. Okay, so this is the game which introduced this mechanic where the Mavericks actually changed their attack patterns once they're down to half health. So that ice beam that he just did. That's not part of his. When he still has over half of his energy left, he doesn't do that. And I played terribly there, by the way. Sorry. I get impatient. That's the number one reason why I sometimes fuck up the boss fights. And yes, you can play Zero in this, but it's really pointless because Zero can't open doors, so that means and there's always like 2 boss gates in these games or in these levels. So basically, it means Zero can only play 1/3 of the one-third of any level. Oh, when he has the horns out, that's bad, because if he catches you with that, then he'll slam you against the wall and he'll do more damage. That's funny, because in many occasions in these X games, I've discovered that the ice level bosses are usually the easiest ones to beat at first. So, oh, now we got Blizzard Buffalo's weapon, so that lets us, wait, who's... Toxic Seahorse! Man, should I go do Toxic Seahorse level? I think that I should. I actually like that level a lot. And then I can take down Tunnel Rhino. Oh, this is the thing that you love doing in these SNES games. It's just, especially the second and third game specifically, they just love doing those vector graphics. They look so cool because they're in 3D. Except not really. I guess they're sort of in 3D. Alright. So, let's head on over to Toxic Seahorse's level. And, yeah, this is one of those levels that, when I was a kid, because I didn't know how to do the super wall kick or whatever it is. And that's something I only discovered while I was playing some of the PlayStation games, and I just had the, when I realized, like, oh, I can, like, do a bigger, wall kick. But I never knew that was actually already in these games. And by the way, there's another little thing, so I talked a little bit about, like, how you can play as Zero in this. But it's not really advisable. Besides, once you get all the upgrades, like X is just way better to play as anyway. So it's completely pointless. Okay, and I got a little bit of for the sub-tank as well. I do hate the fact that, and especially in this game, it's really, really hard to get the sub-tanks to fill up. Because they're not like energy tanks in the sense that, you know, you have to actually gather extra weapon energy, or life energy, let's be more precise. You have to have extra life energy in order to fill up those goddamn sub-tanks. And if you don't, then then you can't use the sub-tank. And what the hell's going on? I'm sure I pressed dash. It didn't dash for some reason. Okay. There we go. Oh, and I missed the power up there. So, so I will say that's something that I do. Ooh. Oh yeah, there was a heart tank up here. Okay, that's good. Heart tanks increase your. I'm not gonna go out of my way to get all of them, but I am gonna get a few of them. The ones that I know where they are, I'll get those. Damn it, but some of them you need the master weapons for, so I'm not sure. I mean, I think I'm gonna go like the catfish and crawfish levels. They're probably gonna be the last few levels that I'll actually finish. Oh, I'm supposed to go down there. Yeah, those big platforms are for the mechs. Yeah, I really don't like using them myself. And like, especially with this game, trying to get enough life energy so you can actually fill up the sub-tanks is honestly a bit difficult. Oh, goddamn. Alright. Okay, so here we have, here we have, the Launch Octopus's, derpy cousin. It pretty much is just Launch Octopus, but instead of having like a cool design, it just has this generic robot design. Man, it makes me kind of sad we haven't done a cartoon with Aqualung in a while. The last one we did was the Mega Man X1, actually. And also, I'm having to have the volume so goddamn low, I can't actually hear the music. And I love the Toxic Seahorse theme. It's actually one of my favorite music themes in this whole game. And this game had some, I think Capcom put in like some special sound chip into this so that it's not playing like exactly like the standard guitar sounds that you usually had with the SNES. And you can probably hear that the electric guitar actually sounds a lot harsher than it normally does, which is cool. But especially like during those little you know, the password theme and the weapon get screen. During those, it actually sounds almost a little broken. So that's got something that that's always something that feels something that I guess this game sound sometimes gets a little bit of criticism, and I think that's maybe in that case it is warranted. Okay, I don't have full energy, but this should be an easy boss fight because I have the weapon. Like this is kind of the broken thing about Mega Man X. I will have to admit that almost all the boss fights are like this. That if you have the right weapon, then you can. Ooh. Okay. This doesn't have the thing yet, which was more of a thing with the. Okay, I took some unintentional damage there, so. Which was more of a thing in the PlayStation era games, and I think that was a carryover from the fact that the PlayStation X games actually used the same engine as Mega Man 8, but they have separate fire buttons for the master weapons and the normal weapons. And I love this. I love this at the last ice missile or whatever the hell it is. It always lands on the ground. I think that's kind of funny and cute. But yeah, especially like in that part, like the victory theme, for instance, it does sound a little like it's not quite on cue or note. Oh god, that's a horrible color scheme. But yeah, this allows us to go against Rhino. And of course I cut off right as we had a cutscene, so... He is the Maverick Hunter I failed to catch last time. I had no idea he is so powerful. Bit and bite. Bring that Maverick Hunter to me, alive if possible. Affirmative, Dr. Doppler. Alive, Dr. Doppler. You are so kind. Watch your mouth or I'll put you back where I found you. Even with your enhancements, you are still no match for me. Thanks for the upgrade, Doctor, but I have a score to settle. And I'll do it my way, Glambike. Fine, just make sure you do it. I still can't believe that Maverick Hunter defeated my master twice in the past. Oh, foreshadowing!